Welcome, really welcome to the MOOC of the Locomotion project. So we are really happy to see so many people that are interested in the integrated assessment models today. And we hope that the Locomotion project made a contribution in the development of this methodology. So my role today is really simple. I would try to introduce these 4 days and what you expected, maybe in a short presentation after that, if you have a few comments or questions, I can try to shortly reply to all of you. So remember, the Zoom room is organized as a meeting, so you can open the mic and probably speak, but of course try to avoid it and maybe raise your hand in order to avoid too much confusion, because we are a lot. And so whatever, we really think that this live way of making this online course was the best way for providing a course rather than just storing some recording lecture on the website. So it will be a pleasure to have your participation during the 4 days. So I try to share my PowerPoint. I hope you can see it. So a few of information. So as you know, this MOOC, this course is coming from the Locomotion project. The Locomotion is an Horizon 2020 project coordinated by University of Valladolid. And here you have with me Luis Xavier, that is the coordinator, the principal investigator of the project, and Inigo, that is the scientific coordinator of the project, that will speak after me. So will be their own, I mean, they have the major role in providing this, so in making this project realized, and also the model that we produce, that is the WILIAM model. So which is the main objectives? Probably you saw the description, so I try to be a bit fast on it. But remember, the idea was to try to make a step, an advancement, to let all the student or postdoc that are interested in integrated assessment model to understand why this can be a good way of making policy choice and promote especially both environmental and social sustainability. And the idea was also to try to let you discover this new model, the WILIAM, and now we'll say a few words on it, but Inigo will discuss mainly the component of the model itself, which is also the main I mean, motivation behind. But the point, and what we think is really important, is that we are trying to put together the important feedback within the economy, the society, and the environment that too many times are analyzed in a sort of specific and not integrated way. And these make probably suggestions about policy implications that are not really reliable or not enough, not so well explained to be reliable for the policymaker itself. So what you will try to see is how WILIAM could make a better data handling, why it can be useful for policy evaluation and scenario analysis. And of course, we try to make this kind of interaction between environmental, economic, social, technological, and also biophysical factors. The job was difficult at the beginning of the project, and we know that still we have some steps to do, but we are really happy to share with you the work that we've done in the last few years. So of course there are some important, so we are pretty sure that you will gain a lot in following all this MOOC. In particular, we hope that you will be able to use this kind of EM model for scenario assessing, and maybe also to understand better how to make more sustainable our society and which policies can be making. But in particular, we would like to focus on a sort of work together during these 4 days that can try to make, this journey exciting for all of people that participate into the MOOC itself. So the community is increasing of people that are using IAMs, but also the ones that are they think that IAMs can be supportive for the transition, the change that we need for our society. And we know also that the time is not much, so we have to move forward in this direction. A few words. WILIAM stands for Within Limits Integrated Assessment Models, and you will see in the presentation of Inigo that there are many important modules inside the same, so the WILIAM model itself. So what is, I think, is important is to try to capture the difficulty of integrating all these modules together, but it's probably the way in which we can really understand which are the limits around our society in order to make a sort of good life inside the planetary boundaries. And this slide was produced by my colleague in UNIPI, and it was quite funny that we found this, name that remember many things that are really far from our views of the world. But this is something that probably allow us to say that the model can be used many times, and not only from princes or prince or kings and so on. Okay, so the structure. So this is what really I would like to say. So you know that we will focus on different topics. So today, the main issue is to understand why AMs, but in particular system dynamics, are crucial in providing some support to policy decision and to make this kind of development of our model and views. And this will be done by Luis in a few minutes. At the same time, I was saying that today Inigo will present the main essential future of the WILIAM model, and it will be really important to do at the beginning in order to have an overview of what you expect in the next few days. So on Monday, we'll concentrate in what we call the environmental sustainability, but of course we concentrate in 3 and 4 sub-modules of the WILIAM that are the resources, the environment, and the energy module. And also there will be a sort of discussion about the climate change module that we have, and also land use, that is, of course, important in many different respects, especially for food consumption and so on. The third day, that will be next Friday, will be devoted instead to economy, society, and demography. And of course, the people that are mainly involved in this kind of modules will be the ones that are presenting their own, the model itself. And in the last day, that will be Monday 13, we will focus on policy and policy scenarios. Inigo will be back with us because I was working a lot in the work package dedicated to the discussion about policies and scenarios. And of course, we try to explain how we can use the WILIAM in order to make this kind of policy scenario assessment. All this will go together to a lab section at the end of each day. We will start today with a simplified version in order to understand your feeling on working in system dynamics. And instead of building the big WILIAM model that we have, and we know that is really something that we spend many years in producing it, we will try to develop together a mini WILIAM model that try to take some, let's say some feeling of the big model itself, but allow us also to show how limits are important, even if you are looking at a very simplified version of the model. And so we will start today on that, and we'll try to introduce many different integration in the next few lectures. So we have a couple of hours for doing this job. Maybe are not enough, but it will be enough probably for understanding the main motivation behind all the work that we have done in the last 4 years. So at the end of the lecture, you have a small space for question and answer. So of course, all of us are available. So of course, we will save also the chat at the end of the day. So of course, we can come back on the discussion. We find a way for answering to all the questions that will be raised. I think I don't have many other things to say. The only thing is that a few info about the links, how to work with the MOOCs. So as you know, the link of Zoom will be the same for all the days. So don't worry for Monday or the next to appointment. You have the same links. We open a drive for just for this period in order to share presentation and maybe other files that are important with the teachers. So you will see that today there are the presentation for the first day. And also it will be very soon the small model that we will produce at the end of the day. Then, of course, at the end of the course, you will find all the material organized in the website. And you see that there is a MOOC web page where you will find all the information. Finally, so we will try to work on Vensim. So please, if you didn't find time to do it, just try to download the free version. That is a student version of the program that we are using for the big WILIAM model. And this free version is not able to work on the WILIAM, but it will be useful to understand how we approach the problem and the lab sections. Right? I know that some of you have some problem in download the version for different operating systems. So if you go on the page, you can choose the version of Vensim that is suitable for your laptop or your computer. Okay, I think it's all. So if you have any question about the organization of the 4 days, just do it now. So maybe you can write. Okay, so this is just how is organized the drive, nothing special at all. And for each day, you will find inside the files. So here I put the QR code if you want to. So if you're not able to click on the link, of course.